This session, we want to discuss work order deposits. So anytime I write a work order and I have a work order number, such as Joanna Wool here with work order 311, I can take upfront deposits. I don't even have to have any jobs on here to take a deposit. It could be totally blank, as long as I have a work order number. That's the key. Okay. So let's just say Joanna comes in and says, hey, I want to get some tires. Can you order them for me? It's going to be a pretty pricey job by the time I get done. And I tell her I want an upfront deposit before I order them. So I come up to my deposit, the little envelope with the money, put in the amount of the deposit. So let's just say it's $1,300. Put in a description, it's for some tires that we're getting for special order. How is she paying? Let's say she paid with a credit card. I hit OK. And at this point, you can print a receipt for the customer. Now, what the system does is it automatically assigns that deposit to this work order. That deposit will also go directly to the cash drawer. So if I go over to my banking and I go to my cash drawer, there's the deposit. So now I can go deposit it in the bank. So most of the time, this is going to work pretty good. So I get done with the job. I'm going to go post this thing out. She comes to pay the bill. I post it. I'm going to put my out mileage here, whatever it is. Make an appointment if I want. If not, no big deal. Hit next. So it immediately deducts the deposit. And then all she has to do is pay the difference. That's what happens the vast majority of the time. Sometimes you're going to run into an issue where maybe you get an upfront deposit and for some reason can't do the job and you want to refund the money. So refund the money is very simple. You're going to go to the work order. You're going to click on your little drop down here and show all. So this shows each time you took money in as a deposit. The date, the time, the description, the method of payment, and how much it was. So if you really think about this, you can take multiple payments while the work order is still open. Okay. So let's say we can't do these tires at all. We're going to refund all the money. So to refund all the money, I would go to Action, click on Release. So this is how you refund. Why am I refunding the money? Maybe can't do the tires, can't get them, change their mind, whatever the case may be. So I say, well, hey, change your mind. Hit OK. Print a receipt. Now, if you notice, the refund is actually the same way you took it in. They took it in as a credit card, gave it back as a credit card. Close it up. Now, what will happen is, see, now my deposit's gone here. If I go back into my cash drawer, there's the refund. So let's go back and take another deposit. Let's say this time I got a deposit for, I don't know, $1,500 for the tire job. Took it in as a credit card again. Now I have my deposit. Now, what if I want to refund the money a different way other than the way I took it in? That's going to be actually quite simple. You just simply open your drop down, hit show all, and then when you hit action and release, you can change this. I might want to write her a check, give it to her in cash, do a different credit card. That's all it is. If I'm physically writing a check, that's bank account. That's to physically write a check. What happens sometimes is you're going to take deposits and they're going to end up being a little bit more than what the bill is. So here I took a $1,500 deposit. I have a difference of $131.59. So if I try to post this, let's see what happens. See, it's going to stop me. It will not let you post the work order if the deposit is more than the actual total. So you're forced to release it. You have to release that difference. So I go up here, go to show all, action, release. Now, how did I take it in? I took it in as a credit card, right? Now, I'm going to release $131.59. I'll just say it was over payment on the tires. So at this juncture, I'm going to say, you want me to go ahead and refund your credit card? Or would you like for me to put it on account for you so you could use it in the future? So I'm going to refund this money on credit card in the system, but I'm going to go give her a credit to be used at a later date. I'm going to hit OK. And I can print it if I want. Hit close. Now I can go post off the ticket. Hit next. Oh, we'll make an appointment. All matches out. Don't owe any money. Just hit next. Print whatever you're going to do or email. And now this ticket's done. I still have that credit of $131.59 to deal with. Now that's still going to show up in the banking cash drawer as a credit. See, here's my release, $131.59. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the contact. I'm going to go look her up, edit her, go to details, accounting. I want to give her a receivable account, but I'm not going to give her a big limit. I'm just going to create account, be net 30, no limit, hit save. Now she has a receivable account. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn right around, go to my utilities, do a receivable quick payment, go look her up, look up Miss Wool. And guess what it's going to be? $131.59. This is the overpayment on the tires. How was it paid? The credit card. So you want to use the exact same payment method that you released on. Hit OK. You can even give her a receipt here if you want. So if I go look at my banking again, go to my cash drawer, here's where I refunded the money, here's where I got it back. Just a wash. That's all it is. Just a wash on the deposit. So the next time she comes in, I go write a work order. It doesn't even matter what vehicle she brings in. Could bring in whatever vehicle she has. Might bring a different vehicle in this time. Maybe we're going to do a oil change or something for her. We're on an oil change. Hit next. Next. Get to the finish here. Once I'm in that work order, look here on the far right. She has $131.59 credit. So you won't even forget about it, even if it's months and months later. As soon as you write that work order, you're going to see the credit. Those are the various ways to handle your deposits. You should be able to do everything you need to do by seeing how this works.